off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
Wheels for those who don't stall, sputter, or split the difference. Proven to get you where you need to be and take you where you never thought you'd go. Your path is fierce and turbulent, but you are made for this journey. KMC is made for this journey.
Mark, why does the Growers Company buy Ford? Is there any particular reason for that?
Yes, we do, because we depend on a good product, and Ford has been good to us in the past. We put a lot of miles on our vehicles, and they hold up for us, Joe.
And it was a long time ago, Mark, but you're still buying Ford trucks from Alexander Ford.
We sure do, and we get the same great service even today at Alexander Ford.
Alexander Ford. We were here for you then, here for you now, and long into the future. A difference you can count on.
All right, what's up, guys? We are back once again for your next Fishgistics update of the Best in the Desert Silver State 300. It is now 2 o'clock, so it's time for our, what is this, our 5th update, I think. So, yeah, time for our 5th update. We have a little bit of news. The one is out front. Not really breaking news. They've been out front all day. So Kevin Thompson is in the one now. We did see a driver change, so that is an update for you guys there. Harley Lettner out of the one and Kevin Thompson in the one. They also changed the co-driver. So both of them are out and they're in. We have Adam Householder, then 24, still running second. And behind them, we have the 127 right on him, literally right on him within seconds, 5 seconds or so at the last pit. So let's go over and look at the share screen for a minute here. We can see Kevin Thompson is right there in front. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Let me get on the right screen here. All right, so Kevin Thompson is in front in the one, and behind him this is showing the 127. Now we have to wait and see when it updates because that updated it at 14:03, and this one was at 40. The 24 is still going to be right ahead of the 127. It's very close though. At any minute, the 127 could get around the 24. The 44. Now this truck right here is kind of a surprise to me today. The 44. They're running up front really, and they've been staying up there all day. I'm not exactly sure who is driving this truck when, but you know, not to be no offense to anybody, but the two names that I see on the screen in front of me aren't exactly ones that I'm super familiar with, especially running up front. So maybe we have some new guys to keep an eye on here. I don't know. Anybody out there know more about this team, the 44 truck? It says RST Race Team. Honestly, I've never even heard of them really, I don't think. Much. They've obviously have some experience if they're running up here. I have heard of the Jason name before. And Bill Apgood, it kind of sounds familiar, but not in like I said, not running in the front with the front pack of the TTs. So pretty cool to see them up there, and good for them so far. And let me see. I'm going to give somebody an update here on where the leader is at. So the leader is at mile 233 right now. So for you guys wondering, the leader is Kevin Thompson at mile 233. All right, so then looking back behind that pack, the lead pack, then we kind of have a gap back to this other pack. We have Tracy Graff, Josh DeJong, and Steve Olagus. Those are the three. Look at that. They're literally right on top of each other. Keep updating and jumping around. That's your next little pack after you get those top 5. And then it is back to the 90. The Gomez brothers. Looks like they had a new look on the truck this race. It looks really good. Bunch of cool guys. So good to see them out here racing some more. Then behind them, here we go. We have our first 6100 truck on the tracker. We haven't had updates on, what's his name? I forget his name already. That's not tracking. But Ray Griffith is showing us the first 6100 on the tracker. Behind him, we have Travis Williams. He is showing as second on the tracker. And then it goes back to the 6197, Elliott Watson. And the 6150, Joseph Hurling just jumped in front of him. So good battle going on there between those guys. Then right behind him, we do have a one car. So here's your leading one car, the 1526 of Joe David. That is the first one car. So if you notice, about 4 6100 trucks have passed the one cars now. The 6100s are they're pretty fast in this course. You know, there was only a couple one cars. I think there was only 4. So that's kind of a, you know, not a big field to get samples from, but there was 4 one cars that started. Now looking back here, here's our first class 10. We haven't updated them too much, so we'll keep an eye on them. 1045, Matt Roush here is in first, and then behind him we have the 1086 Glenn Shearer, and then we go back to the 1042, and that's your top 3 class 10 cars. Now if you notice right behind them, the 91 Alex Wacker, see the little red thing in the bottom? It's kind of hard to see because the trail's also red here, but that red thing right there means that they're at 0 miles an hour. So if you ever see a red part on the bottom of the tracker, that's not good. That means that they are stopped. So you never want to see that from the 91. Okay, Kelly MacArthur. They're one of the cars that was off the side with BJ earlier. So they are going again. Good to see them. They got going again. Speaking of BJ, look over here in the 97. It is moving again now. So they got it flipped back over. I am told that James Dean, I think, is driving now. Is what let's see. Yeah, James Dean is now driving BJ's truck. So first we started out with BJ driving. Then he switched seats actually with Kyle Kraft, who was riding with him. Kyle jumped over and Kyle drove to the pit, and then BJ got out and James Dean got in, and then they went and they rolled it. Kyle rolled it. He actually just posted an update. He said he was following the car in front of him. He bumped him a couple times and just couldn't see, and he blew the corner basically, I guess, rolled it over. So then they got it rolled back over, and then I guess Kyle let James drive then or something, because now James Dean is driving. So that's the third driver for the 97 today. They have a bit of a drive sharing program going on in the 97. Now we got to really keep an eye on this class here, the 2900 class, also the turbo class. So let me turn the turbos back on here. That's the unlimited class. The UTVs are actually beating the 6100 cars. You guys got to check this out. All right, so going back over to the map, look at where the Pro Turbo UTVs are. This is the leader right here, Phil Blurton. He is the lead UTV, and he is beating all of the 6100 trucks on time. Is amazing, huh? So, and look at how far up he is. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6100 trucks that he hasn't passed yet. And then behind him, also, we have Mitch Guthrie Jr. here, who had a little bit of downtime earlier for something. He's also right up there. So this is pretty funny. These UTVs are beating the 6100 cars. That just kind of tells you how fast this course is. Those UTVs will go just about as fast as a 6100 car will on a smooth road, which this course is not very rough. So the UTVs can really handle almost this whole course, no problem. And they're faster when it does get in the mountain tight technical sections. Those UTVs are going to be faster than the 6100 cars, which you can see if we go and look at the times. So checking out the times here. Now this is the unofficial board, of course, and if they're not tracking, they're not going to show up on here. So let's see, 6100, or this is the trick trucks. So at mile 210, we only have 1 through 240. So let's look at 210 for now. At mile 210, we had Kevin Thompson 2 minutes ahead of Kyle Jurgensen, and then Adam Householder was about 10 seconds behind them. So really, really close between second and third there. Even first to third is pretty close. Then it was Jack's Redline in fifth, Bill Apgood in fourth, like we said. Tracy Graff was 10 minutes off the lead there. So actually, hold on, I got to update them. Graff is 10 minutes back on time. All right. It's a multi-purpose operation we have going on here. Some people text me information throughout the race. Some people ask me questions, so I got to give them answers. It's pretty cool. All of you guys keep us informed. Big thanks to everyone out there who sends me stuff during the races, because I'm just sitting in my office here watching computer screens. So I only know what you guys are sending me or what I can see online. So it really does help that we have all of you guys out there that keep us informed. So pretty cool. All right, now we want to check this out. Let's go look at class 6100 times. All right, let's look at actually, let's go look at the turbo class first, because they're not going to be quite as far. So UTV turbo. Okay, mile 180. So let's remember this. Mile 180, Phil Blurton. He's at 326, right? 326 at 180. Now let's go look at the 6100. So 326. And now look, 327 is the lead 6100. He's beating the 6100s by 1 minute on time at mile 180. So that's pretty crazy. And this is actually showing Alan Levinson is ahead of Ray Griffith. And then Justin Blauer on the bottom is not tracking. And he was running up front earlier. So I don't know if he's still running up front or where he is because he's not tracking. If any of you guys out there are watching it has any idea where Justin Blauer is in the 6114, let us know because that's the one that we're kind of trying to keep an eye on today, but we're not sure exactly where they are. So that would be good to find out at some point. So anyways, like I was saying, that's crazy. The turbo UTVs are beating the 6100s right now. I didn't think I'd ever see that happen, really. We'll see. By the time they get to the finish, the UTVs are losing a little bit of time. They were ahead by more than a minute last I had looked. At mile 150, I think they had about 3 minutes or so on them. So they are losing a little bit of time. We'll see if the 6100s can jump back in there. Let's look at another UTV class, the Unlimiteds, through mile 150. All right, we have Chris Blaze is winning. Paul Munoz Jr. is in second, about 2 minutes back. Actually, only about a minute and a half back. Then we have Randy in the 29:24, 4 minutes back. Back to Michael in the 29:38 is going to be 8 minutes back. So we're starting to spread out a little bit in the UTV Unlimited class. Definitely not as close as it was earlier. If we look at the UTV NA class, we only have 2 through mile 150, but just looking at those top 2, it's pretty spread out already. We have about a 6 minute, I say pretty spread out, 6 minutes, but you know, for this short of a race, 6 minutes is a pretty big gap 150 miles into the race, honestly. So yeah, so 6 minutes between JD Marsh and Caden Wells on corrected time, with JD Marsh being your leader right now, your race leader. Now behind him we had Austin Bolton, and then we have to wait until they come through so we can get a couple more updates on them. Let me see, I get my other screen up here. All right, so looking at another UTV class, let's look at the rally class. So the UTV rally class is kind of like a stock UTV class. You don't really have to have a lot of requirements. You mostly have to have a cage, window nets, all that type stuff, but there isn't a whole bunch of requirements besides that. So you can see there's actually a lot of people that are out racing this class. We have Mikey Kelly is in first place. He's winning by less than a minute over Bill Baker in second. And then Jack Olgas, that's Steve's kid. Cool to see the kids out here racing, is next, followed by Jeff Taylor. And then Cowboy Cerrone, you guys know him from the UFC fighter, famous fighter Cowboy. He is 4 minutes back. So really, really good race between those top guys there. Now, I did just get an update through pit 6. The first 3 spec trucks are all on top of each other. Perfect. So Brett Serapis just sent us that update. He sent me a video. I'll post it after this update. Really good race going on there in pit 6. So that's the UTV rally class. Let's look at some of the other ones. RS1 class. Well, it looks like there's only 3, and we only have 1 that's tracking. So not super exciting there. The UTV S class, I don't even know what that one is. A stock class, I guess. We have Drew Dreyer. He has the same name. That's kind of interesting. He's leading by 4 minutes over Craig. Now, let's see, what else? What other UTV? There's a lot of classes. We looked at those. Pure Stock Turbo. All right, there's 2 in the UTV Pure Stock Turbo. There's way too many UTV classes, honestly. We gotta fix this. I don't know. We're gonna have to have a conversation on this. Who the hell wants to look at 7 UTV classes? I mean, really? What's the point of having 2 or 3 guys in some of these classes? We need to. I mean, look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 UTV classes? What the hell are we doing? Come on, guys. UTV P Open, that's Pro Open. So we have 2 in that class. Yeah, we gotta fix this. UTV racing is awesome. There's a lot of it going on now. No one can deny that these golf carts have come a long way and they're really fast now. But we can't have 8, 9 classes. We can't just give everybody a new class when they want to get a win. We need to make a couple classes, a couple UTV classes, and that's it. And then you'll have 50, 75 cars in each of the 3 classes instead of them spread out over 8 or 9 classes. So I don't know. I think we're going to have to do a show. We're going to get Best in Desert on. We're going to get Score on, and we're going to get some of the top UTV guys, and we're going to figure this out. because nobody wants to go to a race and race against 1 or 2 people. It's just not exciting. You'd rather all be racing against each other. Let's go look at some of the other classes we haven't really looked at today. Class 5, there's only 2. We have Troy Grabowski out front. He's leading over Chad. Looks like they're both still moving. He had a pretty big lead, about a 20-minute lead, the last mile marker where they both came through. How about some of these other classes? 1700, this is a Jeep Speed class. There is 5 in that class, it looks like today. Pretty good racing within a minute and a half. Oh yeah, just over a minute at the front here between Tim Martin and Mark. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name because I will royally screw that one up. So yeah, the 1772 is beating the 1785 by just a minute in the Jeep Speed class. Pretty good racing there. Class 12, there's only one, Chad Hall. The class 10, we can look at the times. So the 1045 is beating the 1086 by just about a minute and a half, a minute and 20 seconds or something like that. Pretty good race in 1 and 2 for 1 and 2. And then 8 minutes back to third place in the class 10 race with 7 of them entered today that are tracking. There could have been more that weren't tracking. So I think that pretty much trophy lights. We have any? No, we have 1 trophy light out there. So that's not too exciting. 4700, we have 4 it looks like, but only 2 of them are going still. Looks like Jeff is the only one to make it anywhere really in the 4700 class. Now the 6200 class, there's only 1. This is the stock buggy, or not stock, this is the spec buggy. It has a spec motor just like the 6100 truck. They're trying to get this class to catch on, but honestly it hasn't really caught on yet. I think most people would just rather race a 6100 truck than a buggy if you're going to have a spec motor in it, unless you're racing class 10. I don't know, just my opinion. There's just not any entries in this class. It is a cool class. Like, you're supposed to all have the same motor and transmission and stuff, and then the rest of the car is open. Like an older class 1 car could put a LS in it and come out here and race this class, but there's only 1 in the class, so that's not, like I said, not super exciting. Let's go and look back at the leaderboard one more time before we sign off here for this update. Anybody you guys want to see, let me know. Let me know what class and what number, and I can look at them for you guys real quick. We're getting closer to the end of the race, honestly. What are we at? We're at mile 250. They're going to be done before we go live again. So I'm debating on if we just stay live, maybe. That's going to be about 20 minutes or so. I don't want to bore you guys. Give me some stuff to look up, guys. If you guys give me some stuff to look up, we can try and stay live here. I don't know if, hang on a second. Let me find out. Let me see if we're going to have anybody by the finish. Let's see if we can get someone to come on by the finish. Trying to keep you guys updated here. Somebody says, looks like Householder and Jurgensen are closing the gap. Yeah, we really got to look at the update time. So, okay, 19, that's a good update. That's right now. 19, that's a good update. And 18, pretty good update actually. So that gap you guys are seeing on the screen right there, that is about the real gap. The tracker's pretty much all updated close together right there. So that's going to be the real physical gap. Of course, we're going on corrected time. So the truck to watch up front here, obviously, is the 1. I don't think either of these cars are within the grasp of the lead right now. They started 30 seconds apart, and they were about a minute and a half. Well, if the 1 started, then 30 seconds later, the 24 started, and then 30 seconds later, the 127 started. So they would have to finish within a minute, the 127 would, of the 1, and the 24 would have to finish within 30 seconds of the 1. Right now, neither of them are that close. They're not within a minute or 30 seconds. So right now, it's all the 1's race. Now, if anything happens or they slow down or have a flat or something like that, any of that could change. The 44 is also right there. So here's something to keep in mind. The 127 and the 24 are literally battling each other. They are right on each other. So there's going to be some passing and some nerfing going on there. If for some reason these two guys get into each other or something, they give each other flats, or they, something happens, one knocks one over, anything like that, the 44 is going to come right up and take advantage and go right by them. So the 127 and the 24 have to be really smart right here. They don't want to do something stupid that's going to cost them, you know, the second or third position, basically. I know everyone wants to go for the win, and both these guys are within the reach of the win right now, but they just have to be smart. Specifically, the 127 has to be really smart, trying to get around the 24. So we'll see if they can do it. So hang on, I'm trying to get another update for you guys here. See if I can get some times closer to the finish. So the 2053. Let's see, what are you guys looking for? Elliott Watson and Raul Gomez. Okay, well, Raul Gomez is right here. So Raul Gomez is at mile 218, and he is currently running about 9th in class. It looks like physical. So that's him. Now Watson, I think is, where's Watson? Right here. The 6197 Elliott Watson. So this is a really good run. Like I said earlier, Elliott Watson used to race UTVs. He was with the Honda team. Now he stepped up. He got a 6100, and he's having a really good run today. We see Ray Griffith is right here, and then Travis Williams second, and then it looks like Elliott Watson is third. Now we do have that other 6100 truck that we don't know where they are, that they're not tracking. They were up front earlier, so it could still be up here anywhere, and see where they are. Then the Class 1 car, 5126, Joe David is right there. But here's the car to watch, man. I'm telling you guys. Phil Blurton and Mitch Guthrie are putting some work in today. These two guys are kicking serious ass in their UTVs. I mean, this is going to be interesting to see where these times are. Let's go look just for fun. Let's see, somebody said Chadson top 3 in Class 10. Well, here, they're right here on the screen. So you get the first one's right here, a 205. 1 mile back is the next car at 204, and then 5 miles back is the next car. So Chad, you have the top 3 in Class 10 are within 5 miles of each other, and only a mile between first and second. So that's the 3 you see right here. The 1045 is your lead car. Now, what I wanted to go look at was, let's go look at the timer again. I'm probably honestly, we're just going to try to stay live until the finish at this point, guys, because they're 15 miles out. So I'm just going to try to stay live. So let's look at the leaderboard one more time. I want to look at this. So let's go look at the UTV turbo class. All right. At mile 180, they were 326. So let's, for fun, let's write that down. So 326 at mile 180. Now let's look at some of these other classes. Let's go look at the trick truck class. At mile 180, they were 310. So what's that mean? They were only 16 minutes behind the top trick truck. The concrete motorsports truck with $100,000 motor in it, Joe Gibbs, best of everything, is beating the pro turbo UTV leader by 16 minutes, basically 200 miles into the race. That's crazy. That's crazy. These UTVs are pretty freaking fast. So I think that's the only person that is beating them. So the second fastest class, like we said earlier, we already know the 7100s or 6100s are getting beat. Let's look at the Class 1 times and see where they were. So at 180, they're at 338. Yeah, so 338. They're beating them by 12 minutes. The top UTV is beating the top Class 1 car by 12 minutes, more than halfway through the race. That's crazy. Well, why are people racing anything besides UTV anymore? I mean, with the bang for your buck, there's nothing better. And let me be clear, I was a UTV shit talker for a long time. These things used to be, they're nothing what they used to or what they are now. They used to be piles, honestly. they've come a long way. So very cool to see. Very cool to see them nowadays, and you know, you really can't talk crap on them anymore. I mean, they're beating all the Class 1 cars, they're beating all the 6100 trucks, and they're only losing by 16 minutes to the top trophy truck, trick truck right now. That's pretty crazy. So let's see, what other class do you guys want to look at? We already looked at 7200. What haven't we looked at? I think I've looked at all the classes. 3700, did we look at them? Yeah, there's only 2 of them. That's them. Now the bike classes, there was bikes today, so I think that's going to be Open Pro. Yeah, here you go. So for those of you looking for a bike update, here's your first bike update. They were pretty much done before we even started, almost. So Nick Garvin in the N94, that is your winner, and I did see Best in the Desert post that also. So that is a good winner. Skylar Howes, Dakar racer. He went over and he did the Dakar this last year. He had a really good effort. It was pretty cool to see Skylar over there. Hopefully he gets picked up by a big team for the Dakar, because I know he was a privateer. Basically, he had to fund his whole program going to Dakar. So he got second today. It looks like he lost by 4 minutes and 2 seconds to Nick. So good run there for Nick. Congratulations, and yeah, good luck for those guys. Good job to those guys. Now, class, what do you want to see? Class 5,000. Okay, we can go look at them. I think there was only 2. Yeah, there was 2, and they both have been through 180. Troy Grabowski in the 5072 pretty much has a big lead. He's got a 26-minute lead, or 16-minute lead over second place in class 5,000 there, Richard, for those of you guys looking. See, somebody says Skylar just signed with Rockstar Husqvarna. There you go. Perfect. See, I didn't even know that. That's why you guys are the best. So very cool. Skylar, he got the factory Husky ride. Awesome. Glad for that guy. He definitely deserved it. I figured he would get picked up by somebody. I mean, there's no way you can see what that guy did last year with his own money over in Dakar and not get picked up. So definitely very, very cool that he was able to do that. So yeah, definitely good for him. Congratulations. I hope he does well next year. I'm sure it'll be a lot easier with some factory backing. All right, let's go look at the leaderboard once again here. We got some more, let's see, some more updates coming in. All right, the leader is they're actually you can see they're in Big Rocks. It's called Big Rocks Wilderness is where they are right now. It's a little bit of trees here, kind of a forest section. They're just going right around the outskirts of it. And let's see, somebody says, did you hear the story Nick crashed over a cow? Oh, wow. So that was Nick. I didn't hear that. So you're telling me that the guy that won the race today also crashed into a cow during the race? That's pretty crazy. I'm surprised he was able to finish the race. I mean, that on a bike, that could literally be deadly, hitting a cow. That's happened to people before, unfortunately, especially in Baja. So I'm glad to hear if he hit a cow that he was, obviously okay, and he was still able to win the race. Very, very cool. So let's see, 260. Yeah, so the race is actually only about 280 miles if I'm looking right now. So they're almost to 260, and they just have to go to 280 for your winner. So he's going to be there in less than 20 minutes because they've been averaging faster than 60, especially on this section right here. This is pretty quick. Once you get across this road, this is all just, pretty open going there. So we'll see. What else do you guys want to look up? Let's just stay live here for 15 minutes or so and get the winner's time. I did notice that. Check this out. Best in the Desert, and you guys see this? They have their own live timing and scoring. So when they come into the finish, I will hopefully this works. It looks like it was working earlier. So you can see Nick Garvin was your winner over Skylar Howes by 4 minutes. Now this is unofficial, but this is actual Best in the Desert times here. And they only have the time at the finish. So those times we were looking at earlier were the racing tracks times, and those are throughout the course. They have virtual points set up that when the trackers go through, it pings. This time right here on Best in the Desert is the actual time at the finish. Got to have a little bit of monster here. Keep going. And see, 7S class. Well, I don't think there was there any 7S's. Let's see. What class is that? 7100. There's 2. If it's 7100, we have Todd Walter. Looks like he's at mile 120. And last we knew, he had a lead over Bryson in the 7196. So I think that's what you're looking at. Now the 7300, if that's what you're looking for, we have Sean Berryman is first. That's actually pretty close right here. A minute and 15 seconds between the 7330 and the 7351. Melvin Wade is only a minute and 15 seconds behind him at mile 120. So pretty good racing there in the 7300 class, at least between the top 2. Somebody says 6100 overtook the UTVs. Oh no, did I jinx the UTVs? Let's see. At where are you seeing that at, Scott? Scott, at mile let's see, what did we look at last? 210. So mile 210, we have them at 359, and the UTV is, yep, look at that, a minute, less than a minute. Very close. I told you guys it's very close. So now the 6100s have got angry because I told them they were being beat by the golf carts. So the 6100s picked it up, and they are now back in front at mile 210 by less than a minute. So we'll see. They still have another 50, 60 miles to go from there to the finish line. So anything can happen. It's going to be very close. I'm going to laugh, honestly, if the UTV turbos are able to beat the 6100s on time on this course. And the UTVs started farther back, so the course is actually more chewed up when they're coming through it compared to the 6100s that started up in the front. So that even says a little bit something else, that the UTVs are having to come through, the course after all those other guys. So definitely interesting. We'll keep an eye on that the rest of the way. All right, where's number one? We're just waiting. They're at mile 62.63, so they're almost there. We are going to 280. So 17 miles to go until they are at the finish. What else you guys want to look at? I know this race isn't super exciting compared to some other ones that we cover. There's not a ton of entries in this race, but it is a race, and I'm glad it was able to happen. I know they had to cancel qualifying, and some people were worried about the race actually being on or not. But Best in Desert did say they had their permit, and that was good when they told everybody that. So we knew the race was going to happen at least. Let's look at the 127. Oh, why is it 24 so far back here? 14:24. It hasn't updated. All right, so yeah, look, Adam Householder hasn't updated in almost 10 minutes on his tracker. So that's why, if you're looking, the 24 has dropped back. He's not actually back there. It's just the tracker hasn't updated. The 44 and the 22, or the 53, we'll just say jacks, are really close because 14:30 and 14:30. Look at that. Almost the same exact update time, and they're right on top of each other. So definitely going to be a good finish there. All right, the one is through the last pit. Just got told they are through. So they have cleared right here, the last pit. Yep, pit 7. We can see they are through. They're going to come across the road, and then this is really fast to the finish line. They'll be done in less than 10 minutes. Probably about 6 minutes or so they're going to be done. Looks like the one is gonna have it. I don't want to jinx anybody. It's going to be close, the 27. Let's see, where do we get our times at? We're going to have a time at the finish from Best in the Desert. We will have a time at mile 270 from Racing Tracks, so we'll see what that time is. You can see right here, it was Kevin Thompson, 8. He had about a 2.5 minute lead over Kyle Jurgensen at mile 240. So at mile 270, we're going to see if he was able to close that gap at all. Not very long left in the race for him to be able to do it, so he's going to have to step up right here these last few miles. Jurgensen is definitely going to be driving as fast as he possibly can over these last few miles. We'll see if he clears the pit. He's doing 76. He's going to clear the pit, and we'll see. See what happens, as long as he doesn't go to 0 right here. Now, if you guys remember last year, I think it was last year, this race actually got stopped because of the fire. I'm pretty sure that was last year. Wasn't it last year? Maybe it was the year before. They had a fire at this race, and they weren't able to finish the race. They had to cut the race short, and it was kind of like a big cluster. So it looks like this year they're going to make it to the finish. So that's always good. Somebody said, Bean is driving Graf's truck all day. Where is he on corrected? Well, if we look at the board, Tracy Graf, he was 350. He was 10 minutes down at mile 210. So Bean driving the Graf truck was 10 minutes down at mile 210. That's it. Fish, go live for Supercross, dude. What is the Supercross on? I don't really follow that. The last time I watched Supercross was Jeremy McGrath, is who we were rooting for in San Diego. So that was the last time I've watched a Supercross race. So I'm not really. I tried riding a bike a couple times, completely ate shit over the handlebars. I would always grab the front brake. I suck at riding bikes. I don't do it anymore, and I don't really watch Supercross. Like I said, Jeremy McGrath, is he still racing? I don't know. I know he races some cars now. If he's racing, then go Jeremy. All right, what do you see? Oh, Tracy Graff's actually watching this. Say what's up, Tracy. Well, your truck is, it looked pretty good. What did you guys put in your truck, Tracy, if you're watching? I heard you guys put in a big block, maybe? Something like that. You guys do some other changes to the truck. It looked good from the pictures that I saw. Looks like Bean's doing good. He's right here at mile 251. So just kind of behind in about 6th place physical, it looks like. Got some other updates coming in for you guys. Hang on here. I'm all by myself today. I don't have any helpers like I do for the Baja races, so trying to run like 10 different screens here. Looking at the, where did Graf start? So you guys started 10th. So Tracy Graf started 10th, and they are running, it looks like 6th right now. So they've moved up 4 spots. Oh, here we go. Live update from, hold on, let me see if I can get this over to the other screen. Hang on a second, guys. Lindsay Geyser just sent us a live update. Householder just got passed, so you guys heard it here right now, thanks to Lindsay Geyser. Let's see if we can get this over here for you guys. Let's see, they're gonna go. Let's see. All right, we got a little video. Hold on, this was just seconds ago. Moving it over. Let's see if we can switch screens here. There we go. All right. So we have, All right, this is at the last pit. You're going to see Householder on the side with a flat tire. And there we go. Right there. Look at Householder has it flat in the last pit. Oh, no. And he got by him. So Jurgensen just got by him. That was live literally a couple seconds ago. Thank you, Lindsay Geyser. If you're just joining us, that was, you can see right there, it is Jurgensen coming through right before the finish. There's Householder changing a flat tire, and he got by him. So he is now in front. Question is, can he make up enough time to close the gap? We will we'll have to see. Let's bring this screen back up. We'll keep watching. You guys are awesome. This is why I love you guys. All right, so the 1 and 127 updated at the same time. Looks very close. Yes, it does, within 5 miles. The problem is he's got to be within a minute and a half, or I'm sorry, a minute. He only started 2 spots behind him, and the gap was only 30 seconds. So definitely, you know, I don't think he's within a minute right here. I mean, he's 5. Well, I know he's not. He's 5 miles behind him. So that would be, I mean, if you're doing 60 miles an hour, that's 5 minutes. If you're doing 120 miles an hour, that's 2.5 minutes. So he's not close enough right now on time. That's going to be the problem. So let's see what else. Get some more updates for you guys. Hang on here. All right. Oh, where'd they go? My screen is bouncing around. All right, there we go. So we can see the 1. Here's the race. The 1 and the 127 coming right down to it at the end. It's going to be close. I don't know. Look, he just gained a little bit there. Why does this thing? Oh, it keeps bouncing up to Tracy's truck. That's why, because I had it selected. All right. So we're going to keep it right here, and we're going to watch him come to the finish. And then I'm also going to check on the live screen right here. Now, this is the overall Silver State right here. Now, I can't select the Trick Truck class yet because none of them have changed. This is the Best in the Desert official timing, though. And I should be able to get us a time as soon as the 1 crosses the finish line here. And then we will get an update time when the 127 crosses, and then we'll get a time when a couple more cross. So we're going to keep it right here. And see, Tracy says go Pods. That's right, go Padres. Finally, we get to see a good team out there and get to watch them beat up on LA. That's always fun, right? It's always good. All right, so what do you guys think? Is the 1 going to do it? I personally think they have it. I don't think the 127 is close enough to get them. You know, it's hard out front there to catch. You know, it's hard to catch the guy out front when the guy out front has a perfect day, which it looks like they have so far. I haven't seen him come to a stop anything. I did see him pit once, which is what everybody did. It's really hard to catch them when you have a perfect day. So coming in the finish, I don't see anybody live at the finish. That's what I was looking over at my other screen for. If I saw anybody live, I don't think, because Best in the Desert live doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe. Let's see. Nope, they are not live. So I don't see anybody live at the finish. Where the finish is, it probably doesn't have that great a service, which is why you don't see anybody live there. Did BJ's truck continue? Yes, we did update that earlier. They got it flipped over, and Kyle Kraft got out, and James Dean, well, he got out of the driver's seat, and James Dean took over. So 3 drivers today in BJ's truck. It went BJ, then Kyle Kraft, then Kraft tipped it over, and then James Dean is in there. So that's what happened with BJ's truck. But they are still going. They're gonna go for the finish, obviously, and that's good. Finish is always good. All right, getting some more updates here. Yeah, the 6100 race looks like it's really close. So who's this? Is this Blower? Let me look here. It is. Okay, we have developing story here in this race. So the 6144, I just got confirmation they are literally right ahead of the next 6100 trucks. Oh wow, it's stacked up. I don't know if you guys can see this video. I just shared it to my story. Go look on my story right now. Holy crap. It is Ray Griffith, Justin Blower, another 6100 truck. They all come in literally at the same time to the same pit. They're all pitting with the herps, it looks like. So they got stacked up. Oh man. And then another truck comes in and pulls right in the middle of them both. Wow, what good racing going on over there in the 6100. That's going to be an awesome finish to watch in the 6100 class. They are so close, and it sucks because Blower's not tracking, so we don't have him on our tracking page or on the map. But the 6144, I did just confirm with my own eyes, is out front. So the 6144 looks like he was first in the pit. I assume he got out of the pit first. So yeah, that's what's going on there. What are you guys saying? I don't think they have service at the finish. Yeah, I don't think they have any service at the finish. So what you see right here, this is what you guys get for the finish line. Sorry about that. And you know, that's what happens when you put on races in the middle of nowhere. However, Starlink is out in Nevada now. So if I was best in the desert, I would get a Starlink and I'd get on it. So top tip for you guys, get a Starlink. They have it in Nevada. All right, the one is at the finish, it looks like. They're at the finish. Let me see if trying to refresh my screen here. Let's see. Okay, this is the best in the desert screen. I'm waiting to try to get a time here at the finish. I don't see one from them yet, so we will keep watching. I'll keep checking back. Let's see. It says it's live timing, so we should get one soon. Let's see. Nothing there yet. No times. All right. We're going to keep watching. Okay, finish. We have a time here on the racing tracks. So there you go. 4:41:18. So there's their first truck across the finish on racing tracks. That is unofficial, but this is usually very close, within seconds usually. Racing tracks is usually no more than like a minute at the most off. Usually it's about 10 seconds or even less. So 4:41:18. First finisher is Concrete. So good job, Concrete. I'm going to say they have the win. I don't see the 127 just updated right now. 14:43. Yeah, they're not going to finish within a minute. There's no way. I don't think Kyle Jurgensen is going to make it there within a minute. So Concrete Motorsports looks like unofficially is going to be your winner. We'll wait till the 127 finishes, and then we always do have to check the trackers and make sure they hit all the. There's not really any VCPs. Just got to make sure they didn't cut the course or anything like that. Which we were watching them all day. It looked like a clean run from our vantage point. So good job, Concrete Motorsports, Kevin Thompson, Harley Lettner, Bo, all those guys that ride and work on that truck. Those guys are on a roll. They're running the number one for a reason. They won the championship last year, and they've been coming on strong this year. Looks like another very good clean run for them today. Now the 127, next time it updates, is going to be at the finish. And then the 24, Adam Householder. And the 44 is going to be coming. And the 22, 53 combo, Jax is going to be coming after them. So I don't see anybody here that is going to take the win away. Nobody is close enough, just looking. None of these cars. Where did the 44 start? The 44 started 6th. So they would have to be within 3 minutes. That ain't going to happen. The 22 started... Where did they start? Oh, they're the 53. They started 4th. That ain't going to happen. They actually lost the spot from where they started, so that's not going to happen. Graf started 10th. He'd have to be 5 minutes. He's up here. That's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't see anybody that's going to beat Concrete today. Let's see if we have a time for him here yet. No. Let's refresh. I'm not sure if they're live timing. Was there live timing only for the bikes or what? I wonder on Best in the Desert site. I don't see any more updates on there yet. Not so live timing now, I guess. The 127 is at the finish. Okay. This should update any second. Racing tracks. Let's see if we can get a finish on here unofficially. Waiting for the racing tracks to update. There it is. 4:42:57. Difference of 1 minute and 39 seconds. That is corrected time, not physical, and that is very close to accurate usually. Of course, that is unofficial, but there you go. I'm going to say that's right on. That's not going to change. They're not off by 1 minute and 39 seconds. Kevin Thompson and those guys are going to be your race winner. I'm just going to say it now. Unless something crazy happens, a penalty or something like that, which I don't see that happening. They're going to be your race winner, it looks like. So there you guys go. Concrete has won. Let's see if the 24, yeah, we know the 24 already didn't win because they started in front of the 127. So that's that. All right, well, I'm going to come back on for at least one more update. So maybe we'll come back on in about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to wait till the 6100s are getting close. I'm going to go take a break real quick, and then we'll be back, and I will bring you guys the finish of the 6100 race. It's going to be very close. Hopefully, Best in the Desert's timing will work on the 6100s. Oh, here we go, Trick Truck. Okay, so there you go. Look, we have Kevin Thompson at 4:42, and then Kyle Jurgensen at 4:45. Oh wait, sorry, 4:44. So 2 minutes, little less than 2 minutes back. So there you go. It's almost the same as the racing tracks, and this is on Best in the Desert's timing. So we will check Best in the Desert's timing for the 6100 class when they finish, because that's going to be very close between them. I'm going to go post these videos right now, so go check out my page in a few minutes and look at this 6100 finish, and we'll be back on here in about 15 or 20 minutes. All right?
There's nothing wrong with looking good, but when riding is your passion, it's performance that matters. Like having the off-road's most advanced suspension. It monitors input from driver and machine 200 times every second and automatically adjusts each shock to flatten corners, soak up the bumps, and handle the hazards. Confidence and control for those who live to ride. Polaris, think outside.
RJ, you got the green light.
Following Rigid's legendary quality, the all-new Adapt E-Series has a seamless beam transition and an integrated active power management system that will constantly monitor your vehicle's battery state. The Adapt E-Series will make adjustments to the light output, maximizing performance based on the vehicle's capacity. Designed with 3 unique optic combinations for close-range, slow-speed driving, moderate speeds, and long-range, high-speed driving, a seamless beam transition is achieved through an internal GPS, automatically adjusting optic zones and beam paths based upon the vehicle's speed. The Adapt E-Series, the next evolution in off-road lighting.